Welcome back to CTV Morning Live. Okay, we've got a lot of callers that have just called in, so we're going to try to get to some of them. And I believe they all each actually have a different history behind them, so this will be interesting to get to. We're going to be dealing with, I believe, Karen. We're going to go with an email first. Facebook is what they're telling us. Okay, so let's take a look at that. What can be done for acne scarring? That's from Darlene.
Oh, there's a few things you can do. Depending on the severity of acne scarring, we could start with microdermabrasion and some Genesis. Genesis is a treatment where it heats up the dermis to a certain temperature, kind of fakes it into thinking it's damaged and helps to remodel collagen. In doing so, it helps to plump up the skin and remodels that collagen, so it helps to smooth out the texture and tone. So if it's not too bad, it really does help to smooth out that texture and has helped a lot for a lot of our clients. If it's ice pick scarring, where you've got really deep scars, that's kind of a little bit tougher, so you probably need some kind of resurfacing. We don't do that at our place, but we can recommend some places to go.
So there are options, and you know, almost recreating and getting that skin back.
You'd probably look at something like Pixel or some other kind of resurfacing kind of scar laser. We don't do that at our office, but it's,
you can ask the questions and send them up.
Yeah.
All right, I do believe we have a phone call ready, and Sharon is on the line. Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning.
What is your question for Diana?
I would like to know that if a person's had cancer and is in remission, are they eligible to have some facial hair removed?
For sure, we've treated people like that all the time. Yeah, you're certainly a candidate for laser hair removal, as long as your hair is dark enough. It's a pigment-seeking device, and as long as there's enough pigment in the root, then you're certainly a candidate.
I see. Well, that's good to know then. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
There's no interference with someone thinking, I've been through chemotherapy, I've got a weaker system.
No, there's no problem as long as you're. I would have to check in. I don't think I've treated anybody that's on chemotherapy. I would prefer to see you're not on any kind of drugs like that, but not on any kind of interfering drugs like that, no problem.
Okay. We do have another phone call, and I believe Laura is on the line. Good morning, Laura.
Good morning.
What's your question?
My question is, the lines, the fine lines that are above your lip as you age, is there any way of fixing those so that you don't look like, you know, you've got blubber lips and Botox sticking out, that type of thing, which is not what I want?
So you don't have what lips?
Well, you know how your lip sticks way out like you have Botox.
Oh, okay, so you don't want the trout pout.
No.
Okay, we don't give you the trout pout even if you ask for it.
Good.
Good. No, yes, you can fix that, and what we use is, depending on your issue, we use fine lines. It's a finer product made out by Restylane, and we inject those little areas with that product, and it helps smooth that area out. We probably might put a little bit of product actually in your lips, and that sometimes, not to inflate your lips so much that you do have trout pout, but just to give it back a little bit of volume that you had when you probably were 30, and that actually stretches the area and helps to smooth out those lines as well.
Always an interesting answer for how you're going to get from A to B.
Yeah.
It is your husband that does all of the injections.
He does all the injections.
But he's also got something new, and we're looking at bedroom. It's not so new, but the bedroom eviction is starting. Get out of the room! You're snoring.
Yes, exactly.
out. But you've got something.
He's been doing this for quite a few years actually. It's the laser-assisted uveal palatoplasty, which is called layup.
Okay.
The short form is layup, and he treats people that snore. So he goes in with a laser and trims up the soft palate, and that little punching bag back there, the uvula, he'll trim that off as well if that's the issue. So when you snore, the problem is that your soft palate has a little bit too much skin back there, and when you sleep, you relax and that soft palate flaps like a sail in the wind and causes that horrendous noise. So what he does is goes in and trims that off.
That's where the noise is coming from?
Yeah, so you're just too relaxed and it flaps and it makes that horrendous noise. So he trims that off, and then when you're relaxed and sleeping, it's nice and calm. So it works tremendously well. So he has that option at his disposal, as well as radio frequency device that he can go in, and if it's not that bad, if he doesn't need to trim the excess tissue off, he can go in and use the probes and tighten up that area so that the area gets tight and it doesn't flap like the sail in the wind and make the horrendous noise.
And this would be an in and out procedure?
He does it in the office, and it takes, he can usually do it between 1 and 3 treatments. Some people take a little bit more, some people take a little bit less, and it's done. So stops that bedroom eviction.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And it's a very successful treatment.
I can imagine people coming back in after their third and just saying, you know, it's just made a world of difference.
Well,
probably not so much for them, but for the people that might be around them.
Their partners are very happy, and they're happy too because they're sleeping in their own bed, you know, which is very nice after years of being, you know, on the couch and
evicted.
Yeah,
I like
evicted.
that. Bedroom eviction.
Yeah.
There's a ton of information. I mean, there's so much to be able to get to. What do you recommend for people? Best to call in advance, come in for a consultation. How do you like to work things?
I recommend that they go to the website first and see what's there. Coming in is always an option. Consultations are always free at our office. We believe that information is free. But it's nice to go to the website, murphylaser.ca, go and see what there is there that we do. And the questions are all there. So the questions and answers are there. So pretty much what you need to know is on the website. We get that compliment all the time that our website's very comprehensive. And then see if we can't do something for you. I mean, it's all there. If we can't do something for you there, then no, I'm just kidding.
And you said too, with certain procedures, you know, that you recommend for others to do, as you were talking about some of those.
Well, that's the thing, that if we can't help you, if there's something that you need done and we can't do it, I'm not shy to say that we have a list of people that can. So that's a nice thing about my job. I probably have the best jobs. I'm putting smiles on people's faces every day. People come in and say, well, they'll say, I really like to have my eyes. Can you do something with my eyes? And I'll say, no, I can't. You know, our scope of practice does this. But I have this person who's the best in Ottawa that you should go see. And, you know, they like that because they know that I know what we can do and I know what our limit is. And then we can refer you to somebody who can do it.
And you can tell because there's some wonderful before and after photos, some very happy people right through that office. Thanks so much. It's great to see you.
Nice to see you.
We have to take a commercial break. We'll be back with more here on CTV Morning Live. And once again, there's the information as to where you can find them, 364 Lewis Street. 235-9549 is the number, and as we mentioned, please check out the website www.murphylaser.ca. We'll be back right after this.